Hello?
Hello, hello, hello. What is up, my friends,
Hello?
my pals, my buddies? Welcome to another live stream where Madoka begs to sit on the couch, even though she knows she's allowed on the couch. And there's space for her. How is everyone doing today? We got Brain Draw, we got Essie-chan, we got Charlie. I didn't even say it weird this time. I got Charming Starlight. Hello, hello, hello. Skittle. Hello, gamers. No gamers here. This is a weeb stream. Gamers versus weebs. Weebs win out here, okay? Okay? It's the rule.
It's the rule.
There's two genders. Gamer and weeb. Oh, thanks, Nightbot. Hello, Victoria.
Hello.
How are we? Are you guys excited? I need to wait for more of you to show up and gather before we introduce you to our special guest.
Yes.
Our incredibly special guest.
I'm very excited to introduce you to them.
Yes, same. I've been replaced. Yeah, it's the replacement Twirly bot.
Exactly.
It also calls you a furry if you ask it. You're welcome. Do you have testosterone advice? I might go on testosterone soon. I need advice, please.
Ooh.
Make sure to get your blood tested. I avoid it like the plague, but my blood is bad.
My blood is bad.
I got bad blood. Taylor Swift, you know? Yeah, that's me.
It's because you're a bad boy.
I am a bad boy. You are correct.
The ladies love him, but he'll break their heart.
Yeah, it's true. Testosterone is cool. Okay. You guys want me to talk about my testosterone experiences?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. But first, I do want to introduce you guys to our special guest.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get them, I think.
Okay. Wow. That was
Yeah,
faster than I thought it would
I'm gonna
be.
get them.
Okay, we're gonna introduce you to our special guest. I'm very excited. Taylor Swift killed Philip and also phones McKay. Yes. If you have heart issues, get your blood pumper checked before going on test. Yeah, they usually, I mean, if you're working with a doctor to get your testosterone, which you probably should be, they'll test your blood, yeah, and your heart. But yeah, that's super exciting for you going on T, possibly. Hell yes. I know for Bones, it was like a real struggle to get a hold of it, but as soon as you're on it, you're good. Oh, we have her.
Introduce.
Okay. So hello everyone. We're gonna introduce you to our special guest. She's an international singing sensation. And she's very excited to meet you. So here she is.
Katsune Miku.
This is Katsune Miku. Our
Oh
little.
God,
Oh God.
No, Madoka, don't
Madoka,
scare
no.
Oh God, I gotta escape.
This is Miku, Miku, Miku,
Oh,
Miku. Oh God. Oh no. Goodbye.
Let's get into her.
You know, she does a lot of like music videos and singing, but she's not used to being a live streamer yet. Look at this little scourge. Ah, she's climbing me away. Honey, you gotta come back here. You have to come back. Okay, thank you. Hello, baby. Oh,
Not used to being carried around.
I know, she's not used to being held yet. But we're working on it. She's very brave for like a fresh kitten.
Yes.
She's 8 weeks.
Oh, if you bring the camera to her, that'd be better.
Oh, true.
Yeah, you can bring the camera. Oh no, oh scary.
Look at you.
Look at this.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Our baby girl.
Yeah. She was sleeping on the bed.
She was.
You wanna go back to doing that?
Wanna go back to bed?
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah. She's very brave. She's like, normally you bring a cat home, they hide. She's just exploring. We've got her in a room to use as like a base camp. She's not really exploring the house fully yet. Oh, there she goes. Goodbye, Miku. Okay, goodbye, Miku. I'll miss you. Love your music. So there we go. We did it, friends. We met international singing sensation Katsune Miku. Run, kitty, run. What is T? T is testosterone. It's the boy goo. Bye, Miku. You got such little leggies. This makes me want a kitten. Everyone we know was getting a kitten for a while. We were like, we need one. We need a baby. But yeah, we picked her up today. She's our little baby. I love calicos. Despite having a webcomic where calicos are definitely totally evil, I love calicos. She escaped and met Lear? Aw, did they get along?
They didn't not get along.
Oh, that's good. It's better than yowling at each other.
Okay. I don't want to overwhelm her too much. It's also hard to leave a kitten alone.
Yeah, true. How do you even leave a kitten alone when you first get them?
I think she'll do well. I think she's scared of the large dogs.
Yeah, that's understandable.
I also am scared of the large dogs. Oh, shoot.
What?
Can you let the large dog back up?
Oh, yes.
So yeah, that's Miku Katsune. Katsune Miku. I don't see the chat right now. I have to pop it back out. Cause it did the thing where it hasn't loaded. Because I closed my computer and now I'm hours behind. She's too famous for us.
It's true.
She's very famous. Yep.
There we go. We introduced our special guest.
Yes.
That's our surprise.
It's our beautiful little kitten surprise that we didn't obtain by breaking any sort of lockdown order at all.
Oh, no.
You know,
We'd never do that.
we would never. Not even for a contactless pickup. You know, that would be absurd.
Exactly.
Because we care deeply about safety. We do. Okay.
Honestly,
Lockdown is really stupid here. Okay. It doesn't make sense.
No.
Oh
Because
god.
they've now enabled police officers to hassle people
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, but they're still allowing people to gather in churches,
Mhm.
and they've banned golf, and they've banned playgrounds and going to the park.
So you can't go outside.
So everyone's just gonna hide inside. All the bad people
Yeah.
who are partying, they're just gonna hide inside, which is worse.
Which is worse.
Oh my god, it's yeah.
Anyways.
Also, our government rejected help from the federal government. It was like, no, we don't need the Red Cross sent here for extra vaccines and stuff. No, of course not. Let's just get rid of them. Okay, that's my political
Anyways.
scree for the day.
We just got the announcement yesterday, so we're
Oh.
livid.
It was the day before we were about to go out.
I know.
I mean, it wasn't. We left the day.
No, we haven't answered your question, Essie. But-
Anyways, sorry. We were talking about testosterone.
Yes.
Um,
So, talk about your testosterone journey. Also, Essie is wondering how to ask their parents about getting testosterone. Their parents know they're trans.
Oh damn, it's levels.
Heck.
So I'm a Canadian
Yes.
for context, and I got T when I was over 18. I was 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
around there.
yeah, around 20, 19. not 2019,
No.
between like 19 and 20. I got testosterone in the 1920s when I was a teen.
He's an ancient
Older
man.
than a teen. A little bit older than a teen. Sorry. And for me, it was excruciating, the process. Oh my god. Okay? Like, I had to go through so many, like, no one knew how to prescribe it. Even though, like, where I am, primary doctors can prescribe it. So, that's really silly. I ended up going with an informed consent clinic for my dealio. Oh my god, I'm sorry, Andy. Been there too. That's Jamood. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I went through like informed consent because I had done so much research on tea at that point. Like I'd wanted it for years, and like I would convince myself out of it sometimes, but I really wanted it. But like sometimes you do the thing where you're like, well, I don't actually want this because it's easier to imagine not needing it and just hoping that it all goes away, all the pain. The dysphoria will just leave if I ignore it hard enough, which didn't work. So I eventually found like an informed consent clinic, and it was the most sus crap I've ever been to. Okay, like most informed consent clinics are cool. Okay, like you can go to Planned Parenthood. Usually, they do informed consent, and that's fine. And there's other like endocrinologists who will do informed consent, and it's all above board and cool. But like mine didn't even like test my blood. He later got banned from doing medicine. Like
So
it was a wild adventure. There was like some sus energy from the beginning, but god damn it, like I couldn't go through any other means, right?
yeah.
Like I looked at every single person in the world at that point, and I just wanted medication. So I did that, and that turned out fine. Yeah. So that was my big experience, was just like going through all these hoops. Eventually, once I was on testosterone and my doctor quit medicine, well, was kind of forced to quit medicine, I ended up being referred to another endocrinologist, because once you're in the system, it's easier to stay in the system than it is to like get in. You gotta get your foot in the medical door, so to speak. Because then my doctor could easily refer me out because I was like in need, because I was already doing treatment, which is so silly. Like testosterone is like one hell of a drug. Like my first like years on it was like really weird, because like I didn't pass for like a long time. It took me like 3 years to pass, even though like it probably didn't have to take that long. Like I don't know, I got so scared of like leaving the house, and that was mostly because like you end up in like this in-between kind of zone where like you don't quite pass as like either male or female, and then all bathrooms are scary, so you never want to leave the house. So I don't know what that is. I think if you tried to like pass really hard for like one gender or the other during that time, it'd probably be better. I had really long hair, which didn't help. I don't know what I'm going off on.
I mean, I'm sure people are interested just about your experiences.
Yeah, I probably need more specific questions, but like that's my general experience with it. I don't know about like therapy letters and all that crap. Like I did that for my top surgery, was I had to get like therapy letters, and I had to like get a medical diagnosis of gender dysphoria, even though I had been on T for 3 frickin' years at that point. I still wasn't diagnosed with gender dysphoria because I'd gone through informed consent. And you'd think, like, my doctor would be allowed to be like, you know what, like, they've been on testosterone for 3 years. They're probably trans. But it was like, no, sorry, my medical thing won't let me do it. I'm like, okay.
Oh, right, the medical college. Like, she had to get like special training
Yeah.
in order to diagnose. Anyways.
How did you ask your parents about taking testosterone? Both my parents accept me for being trans, by the way. Okay, so my experience talking to my parents about this, because I did approach my parents when I was like 16, 18 about this, and I was like,
In 1618.
in 16, 18, I came to my parents and I was like, hey, I think I'm trans and I would like to go on testosterone. And my mom said, wait till you're 25. Like, no one knows anything until they're 25. And I'm like, oh no, it's gone poorly. And my dad wanted me to like talk to a therapist first, even though I'd been in therapy for years. So I went to a therapist and we talked and nothing happened. Like, I don't know, like you have to, if they're accepting of you, like, I think just letting them know, right? Like that that's important to you would probably be good. Be really informed if you go to your parents about it. Like, know the risks of testosterone and whatnot. And like, because there's risks of not going on testosterone too, because it is like emotionally traumatic to not to have all that like not testosterone energy, you know. But like, there's like, if you're aware of the bad sides of things, I think it makes you seem like more informed. I don't know, because there's like heart issues that can come up, right?
Mhm.
And like that needs to be monitored. I have too much blood. That's a thing that I hate.
Too much blood.
And there's being hairy everywhere, like a monster. No one knows anything until they're 25. Applies to like everything. I have not met a literate young adult, including myself. Yeah. It's not true, though. Like, most people know their gender identity as either kids or teens, because those are, like, the 2 points when, like, dysphoria pops up. Or I guess they know they're dysphoric at those points. But yeah, I don't know. I feel you gotta just start the dialogue with your parents about it and let them know it's important. It's like getting a dog. It's a commitment. And I think the one thing is like, even if by some fluke, because it's very rare that you like end up being someone who detransitions, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, no. Like you'll be fine. It really isn't, especially if it's like non-surgical, like hormones. Like a lot of it is irreversible, which is yikesy, but like trans women have to go through that a lot of the times, and a lot of trans women are fine. Yeah, but it's even more kind of reversible for someone who started out as female, you know, because you like automatically produce all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I pretty much started identifying as ace around 15 and haven't changed my mind in over five years. Gender was more confusing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I find gender is like really hard. I find dysphoria is also sort of difficult because it's hard to tell like where it's coming from. Like it took me a while. Like when I first came out as trans, like the only thing I wanted was top surgery. And then somehow I ended up wanting testosterone and getting that first. And then kind of being on testosterone pushed me to want to have top surgery, I think. because it's really awkward to be super hairy, but also bobbied. It's like just weird. It's just not a vibe. And I don't like binding. Like I never liked binding. Like I tried it and I could do it for like a 1 day a week. Like it's just too much. Like can't breathe. I like breathing. Oh, Lear came down.
You're done bapping at the kitten.
Sorry, I have no good advice whatsoever on any of this.
We're rooting for you, Essie.
Yeah, we're rooting for you. I'm
Yeah.
rooting for all you transes.
Thank you.
It's soul crushing, like, but it's so much better when you have someone on your side. Like Ursula was there for me.
I did a lot of phone calls to doctors' offices,
Yeah.
harassing them to get back to us.
Oh my god, because I had to get a referral to the endocrinologist, and so I got like a walk-in clinic to do it, and they lost my file. They quote unquote lost it. Like they were super transphobic too. The first doctor I met.
We actually got warned by the secretary or
Yeah,
the
right before we
administrator.
went in, the administrator was like, "Oh, she probably won't do that, but you could, if she doesn't, you can come back at like this time to see another doctor." And it was
We're
like,
like,
wow, yikes! That was a big yikes.
Yeah.
Like my family doctor is always like super supportive. She just doesn't have any connections to anything.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with changing how you identify. Yeah, there's no problem in that.
Totally. Sometimes you're exploring, seeing what fits for you. There's nothing wrong with changing identity.
Yeah. Anyways, on straight, probably the age of 11. My biggest problem was not realizing the difference between wanting to be like someone and liking someone. Oh my god, that's me,
100%.
but I also don't have crushes, so it's extra confusing. Because, like, I'm not really like, because I'm asexual, so I'll see, like, as a kid, I'll see, like, Sailor Moon, and I'm like, yes, I want to be Sailor Moon. And I'm like, now as an adult, I'm like, I never really wanted to be Sailor Moon, because sometimes I still see Sailor Moon, I'm like, oh man, those dresses, that'd be pretty pog. And then I'm like, think about myself, and I'm like, no, that wouldn't be pog at all. And like, I don't want to marry. Okay, it's not even Sailor Moon. I like Queen Serenity. Like, she's my girl. But like, I'm like, I don't want to marry her or hold her. I just want to admire her. I just want a picture of her. And I want to look at it
Put it up in my locker.
and be like, ah, she's pretty. That's it. That's where I'm at.
Totally. I used to mistake like deep friendships. I used to have crushes on people, but I'd mistake it for like, this person is my best friend.
Yes.
Growing up until like high school when I started like actually dating
Is it
people.
Queen Serenity? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, because
Listen, I only know the English stuff.
listen.
there was no subs going on during my 90s growing up. I want to come out to my parents and tell them I've been questioning my salad. Yes, I've been questioning my salad, but I have no clue what to say to my parents. I don't know. Whatever you do, be careful.
Yes.
That's just, I don't know. So Bones, like, aesthetic attraction? Yeah, except it's different. Because, like, I guess, like, you can have, like, aesthetic attractions for, like, people and stuff. But, like, I always associate aesthetic attraction with just, like, aesthetic in general. But, I don't know. It's more than, like, aesthetic. It's like, I want her in my basement, and she's mine.
Excuse me?
But, like, not in a weird way. Okay, there's no non-weird way to do this. Like,
I want her in my face. No,
she can
not
live
that.
with Charlie. I just want her, like, you know, when okay, this probably happened in Sailor Moon, but you know when, like, Ganon like you beat Ganon in Ocarina of Time,
Mhm.
and like before that you walk into the Temple of Time and Sheik reveals that she's Zelda, and then Zelda is like trapped in like this pink crystal. Like that's what I want to do to the to the people I find aesthetically pleasing,
Put them in a crystal.
and just hang them above my organ as I. This is why I need piano lessons.
So you can be a villain.
Yes, so I can play Ganon's theme.
Oh my god, this is such like specific.
Isn't that what happens in Four Swords? Like all the damsels get like put into like crystals. Like
Is
that's
that-
what I want to do.
Oh,
The 12
dear.
damsels, I need
What
them.
am I married?
Get in the crystal, Ursula.
No. It's the only thing saving me from the crystal is that like I'm like the breadwinner.
Bones
to
is
go out to
canceled.
work.
Keeps women in his basement. Basement.
How to get a date according to Bones? Would you like to come and stay in my basement?
It's not a date because I don't want to date them.
No. I just want to admire them.
There's also Link Between Worlds where they're trapped in paintings. Yeah, that too. I'll trap them in paintings. I want to be a villain. I'm the bad guy. Hey, Bones doesn't trap women in his basement. I'm not a woman. That's true. It's not just women. I do NBs too. I'll trap them. NBs and doggos.
I know with
It's like fish. You know, I like a fish tank. I want that, but it's Princess Zelda. And I get to like watch her do things. But I also want it to not be creepy somehow. And if it must be creepy, I'm gonna be Ganon while I do it.
oh, okay. So you
Also,
want
if
this to
I'm
be, like, a
Ganon, I'm
consensual
gonna get
arrangement?
the King of Hyrule because, you know what? I also feel this about men too. Like, let's be real. Like, I don't want to marry like a gruff dude. I want to like keep him in my basement. Like Dennis, I'm the magpie. I'm realizing something. I'm the magpie. That's what I want. I want to just find things I like and just keep them in a hoard. And if they rot and die, well, whoops.
I know you
Oopsie-doopsie.
you also like to have the handsome fellas take care of you when you're sick.
That's true. Bones, do you want a zoo? Yes. Yes, I do. People T-posing in crystals. I want to enslave Wind Waker Ganon and make him clean my house. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I will say your basement sounds very inviting. Thank you. Oh, we're gonna get a basement cam.
For all the princesses.
Yeah.
You trapped Crystal in the basement.
We're getting a security cam in the basement so I can watch the dogs playing. Because they keep pooping on the floor. And I need to catch them in the act to make them stop doing that. Because I want them to wrestle in the basement. Because it's dirty down there and they have a lot of fun. But they don't recognize that they're not supposed to poop down there. So I need to watch them. So I'm going to have a camera. And part of the problem is the dog who likes to poop on the floor does nothing to warn us that she needs out. She just, like, her sign, because some dogs are like, I'll bark at the door. Fata will scratch at the door. She just pants really hard and paces. And it doesn't help. The basement full of dogweed. Yeah, we're going to stop that. I'm going to poop in the basement.
No! Charles. This is why we need the camera.
And you need to go into the dark web for that. Fish are cute. I agree.
Fish are cute.
I have Miku Hatsune trapped in my bedroom. Sorry, Miku Katsune.
Miku
Katsune
Katsune.
Miku. Miku.
Miku.
Okay, you talk.
Oh, it's my turn?
Yeah,
Heck.
I'm looking something up that's very important.
Okay. See, I didn't realize I was ace for a long time. I knew I was bi / pan when I was like 12. I remember very specifically coming out to my two best friends, who one of them I later dated in high school. But yeah, but then I didn't really realize I was ace until I'd been dating Bones for like 7 years. And then I was like, maybe I'm like demisexual. Maybe I'm a gray ace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was like, is this norm? Is this weird? Or yeah. Will this be out later as a video? Yes, we do save our streams into a playlist called Stream VODs.
As long as I remember.
As long as Bones remembers. So yeah, so it'll definitely be up later if you wanna find it in our playlists on our channel.
Ursula,
Yes.
you are being flagged for your profile picture. Show some freaking respect to Miku, you motherfucker. She is not your toy.
That's my favorite post. That post lives rent free in my head.
Nah, I won't chill.
It's like a post. Is it on Reddit?
It's a YouTube exchange. Okay. It's on Reddit. And it sends me. She
It's
is not a
amazing.
fiction. Not for me and many others. Learn it. She lives in my heart, and I won't defend perverts. Saying about real people is infinite times worse than someone. So you pretty much defend those people who are perverts? Nice. This shows you who you are. Sympathy to corrupted people is called no morals. Learn that. I have no respect for perverts and murderers who kill without a reason.
What if you kill with a reason? What then?
It's fine. Sorry.
That's my favorite. She lives in my heart. I will not stand for perverts.
You are just trolling? I've heard it too many times, and you know what? I don't give a poop about it, Lamau. You are just too limited. Learn that as many can love their cars, objects, many can love Miku, and I am okay with it. She saved me too, after all. But I will do what it takes to protect her.
Oh my god.
Someone talking about me? I don't know, was I?
Bones, if anyone ever insults us in our videos, you need to like copy paste this and switch my name in for Meek. If anyone ever makes fun of my laugh.
Look, I don't give a poop about what you all say. Oh, chill out. It's their Miku. They can have their own interpretations. And what? You call me toxic? Yet it is mostly you who create those hentai poops of her. Porn, perversion, corruption, it is your fault. Did Miku wish to be a porn star? WTF is wrong with you? I know a lot of people with my mindset. It's called an opposing force of Miku.
I'm late to the stream. Are we reading fanfiction?
If you don't want to protect her, help me defend her, cool. But don't freaking interrupt me. I will say there's some triggers in this, and I'm cutting them from it. Watch your own business, got it? I will fight with corruption. It's
Trixie's turn to T-pose.
Okay, I'm done. Those are some choice lines from my favorite bit of internet lore.
Favorite internet comment.
I say it all the time. I'm like...
Anytime you insult a character, he's like...
I don't know. My favorite one is like, she didn't ask to be a porn star.
It's my favorite. Where is
Miku
this
is in
from?
my heart. It's hard to find. You have to go to Reddit, the Reddit White Knights, and just search Miku, and you usually find it.
It's
Anyways.
one of the best posts on the internet.
Because I feel bad on some level, like reading it, because they clearly need help. Because like the way that it continues on, like I don't know if they're quite in line with reality right now.
Yeah.
But there's so many choice lines from it, like I can't. My favorite part is and people who murder without reason. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Oh, White Knights, does it make sense now? Yeah. Yeah, and people harass this person.
Yeah,
So
which is
I
not
don't
cool.
condone that. They're a lovely poet, okay? Like treat them with respect.
They have amazing diction.
Yeah. Maybe they're smelling maybe they're in bath salts.
Hey, Cloudy Magpie. Welcome.
Welcome. I'm late. What's going on? We met Miku, and I read a post about defending her. Fado is falling asleep on the couch. It's really cute.
Look at that boy.
Mother. They seem extremely passionate about things they care about.
Exactly.
And on some level, I agree with them. Leave Miku alone. She didn't ask for that.
She didn't. I
Don't-
won't stand for perverts.
Exactly. I'm sure we all feel that way when our character
Listen.
our favorite character is debased by the fandom.
Exactly. Listen, sometimes people have comfort characters, and they get very passionate about
I like how horny shaving the whole poster.
them.
Okay,
listen,
in
they
his defense,
They were in bonking distance.
Okay, in the defense of this guy, I think he's upset about people drawing like sexual assault of Miku, which I can
Ugh.
kind of get behind. Like, which is I think that was part of it, but also there was some that it went beyond to being like any sexy Miku is bad.
Ah.
Yeah. What would you tell people about making porn of your characters? Frick, they're 18. Don't do it. 18. I don't like 18s. Barely legal is gross.
Go to horny jail. Director's extended cut. Exactly.
I guess I don't mind. I don't know. I don't care about certain characters. Just like stay away from like anyone under the age of like 22. Thanks.
Under the age of 30.
Under the age of 30, yeah. I don't care. Like, just don't like. It's weird. Okay. Fade to black.
Yeah, exactly. ...
If you want to draw your Chris and Dennis, go ahead and just don't show me.
That's basically how I feel. You can do whatever you want in your head or in private. I just don't want to see it.
Yeah, that's fair.
No shaming, you know?
People who sexualize young people gross me out. Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
Like, as a minor, I didn't get it. I was like yeah, because I'm a minor.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You don't have concepts of why it's terrible.
you're 13, you're like, I can consent. I'm not stupid.
I'm not a baby.
And that's why you
But actually
need
you're a
adults to be like, no, don't touch the baby. Stop. Don't be weird.
Exactly.
Zoltar and Lul are good. Lul is perfectly fine. Lul and Aurora, like, I don't mind at all. Like,
They're full-grown adults.
they're also, like, naked and constantly about to do it in Avo. Like, I understand. It's very canon. Like, Lul, ... Zoltar, no, because I don't like Zoltar being sexualized and stuff because like he's like Ace in my head canon. I'm like, leave him alone. He doesn't want anyone near him. Stop. Lul, on the other hand, go right ahead.
That's like a problem with anime.
I've never considered drawing sexy Aurora until now. She's
How?
That's literally her thing.
She's like the one character you're allowed to draw doing sexy things all the time.
Asexually draws. Amazing. Thank you for talking about my characters. Oh my god, Nightbot. Thank you.
Thanks, Nightbot.
Nightbot's so powerful. I always feel like it's being over the top, but then I realize people go like in and out of stream.
True.
And people are constantly like, you have a Discord? Oh my god.
We say that, but sometimes I'll be following someone. I'm like, wait, you have a Discord?
For real. Baby club.
My only headcanon was Zoltar's after the comic is that Elias kept giving him fancy coats and he just sews pockets into them. I love
Amazing.
that.
That's a beautiful headcanon.
I love it.
I love it when I have headcanons and people are like, you're the author, you're not allowed to have headcanons. If I didn't write it on paper, it's not true. I'm not J.K. Rowling.
You can... Exactly.
Exactly. Who cares about my intent if it's not on the page?
Right? Fanfic go burr!
Exactly.
Wait, you just going... Jorl. Hi, Lawrence. Welcome.
Okay, we can talk about comics now, if
yeah.
that's what you guys are interested in. If not, I can tell you more about testosterone. Makes me spool. I mean, testosterone, that is one thing. It will make you go to horny jail.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
When you got on testosterone, this feels like a selling point for like people who want to convince their parents and stuff. You were so much happier as soon as you were on T.
Yeah, it's true.
Because like you were
I was immediately happier.
Immediately there was like a big mood change.
I could change. I could do everything.
Exactly.
Then it all went downhill and the Fire Nation attacked.
Exactly. But yeah, it really can help mental health. Getting on the right hormones.
Yeah, having the right juice.
Exactly. You think hot dogs are sandwiches? This is the what is a chair thing.
Oh my god, do not start us. Remember the pie discussion? Remember the pie? If you weren't here for the pie, you didn't want to be here for the pie.
It all went downhill.
And you're
going to
be like, pie? Why wouldn't I want to be here for pie? Just trust the veterans. You don't want to be here for pie.
You don't want to open up the pie discussion.
Pie is a can of worms. Worm pie.
My friend will start tea in some months. He's scared of the horny. Oh no. He just has to stay out of bonking range, you know? Oh, Lawrence, you don't want to know about the pie.
Never
It's that
talk
can
about
of worms.
pie again.
The salad, too.
Oh god, salad.
Don't get us started.
Never ask us opinions about food. Now I want to up the pie up even more. I don't know if the pie. Hi, La Baguette. It was so cute. They were so stressed today because Ursula was picking up the kitten. And she was gone. And since we never leave the house anymore, they were like so panicked.
They're always so upset whenever we go
Oh, I
outside.
have an update. I didn't get sick. It was the
good.
weather.
Wow.
Listen, my throat was killing me for a couple days. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna get a cold. But it wasn't. It was just the weather keeps switching back and forth.
Yeah. Welcome to spring in
Which just destroys
Southern
me.
Ontario.
What pie discussion? Boss music starts.
100%. There was something I was thinking about. I've
Meat
lost
trees.
it.
Yes.
I've lost what I was thinking about. JK.
No, don't start me. I was about to fight you, good louse. Okay, what's the deal with the crab cake? It's not a cake, is it?
We're not opening this discussion. No food semantics. No,
What is a crab
we're not
cake?
doing it. No. Oh, you know what happened to me last night? I woke up at like 3
Oh, she's
a.m.
dodging.
I woke up at 3 a.m. and I walked out of my room because like I was having like rapid heart rate stuff and I get freaked out about my heart being weird.
Yeah.
But also I have anxiety. So I woke up like feeling really nauseous and sick and my heart was pounding and I go outside and Moses just going to bed. We like met in the hallway with our little
It's
phone
like that
flashlights
meme.
turned on.
It's like that meme with Elliot Page in it. And the two cars passing, they're looking at each other.
It's like me going to bed at 4 a.m. My roommate waking up.
Yeah. Food mantics.
Yeah, so I felt really sick. And so I was talking to Bones, like I texted him. I was like, I feel like I'm dying. Can you comfort me? And he's like, you're probably just nauseous. Because your heart's like, it's go time.
Yeah. My heart rate always spikes right before I'm about to puke.
Yeah. So
Sorry, we're not going to talk about
we won't go into details.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I went and downed a whole bunch of Pepto. And I felt better.
Is mashed potatoes a cake if you just put it into a cake shape then?
We're not doing this. I refuse.
Oh god,
No.
the casserole discussion.
Stop.
Oh man, I keep getting burger. We should make burger casserole.
You're right. We should. We should make that cheeseburger
We
casserole.
should ask for the ground beef. And I can make casseroles.
Go next door. Say ooh, ooh, please.
No, we're not allowed to go next door.
Oh, sorry. We'll send
We'll
a carry-
shout over the fence at
Oi.
them. We'll throw some meat over.
We'll do it. We'll do contactless delivery. There we go.
Is bread cake?
I
Berg.
swear.
I'm not even making good arguments. None of this makes sense.
What is cake? Redora asked innocently. Exactly.
Yeah, I know. Ice cream is just mashed potatoes.
It's amazing. That reminds me of like in It's a Wonderful Life. You know how when they have all that snow,
Mm-hmm.
it's soap
Yeah.
because fake snow didn't show up correctly, so they're
I
all
just think
covered
the
in.
first like fake snow that was really good because like it could actually ball up.
Mm.
Mashed ice cream, mashed ice. Also, everyone's constantly sweating in Wonderful Life.
Yes, because it was like summer.
Yeah, it's
Super hot.
Yeah, and on the camera lights and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bread is an ingredient. You can eat. Well, part of the problem is when they switched to talking movies, you could no longer have a bunch of fans going to cool everything down under
Oh,
the big
true.
lights. So it got infinitely hotter on set. I could be making this up. I vaguely remember it from film class. Who here went to film class? I did. And that's where my life went downhill. I had a credit. If I went to film school, I would have already had a college credit.
Oh dang,
A community college credit.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with community college.
Mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes. Okay, we have mashed potatoes. I'm gonna eat them.
Heck
I just forgot you can keep mashed potatoes. They don't just spontaneously go bad.
yeah.
There's some foods like that.
Oh yeah, some foods you have to eat immediately, or otherwise it's gross.
That's my Amazon password, guys. Tell me.
What is a pie?
What is it?
Help! I can't read cursive. You fool!
I can't usually read those because of text to speech.
I find, because I remember, because growing up, they taught us cursive in school. Like we were one of the last like groups to get taught cursive.
Yeah.
and I didn't use it for a long time, but I tried like within the last year to like learn how to do cursive. I, it's really good for writing. It's really good
No
for writing by
way.
hand. It's really fast.
It's not for me.
Oh yeah, depends on the person. But
It's not for me because I have a problem where I tend to write words out of order.
yeah.
Like, so I can't make edits because
Yep.
sometimes I'll forget the T and then add it in after.
Hmm.
A lot. I do that a lot.
There are sometimes when I write a word like responsibility that has like L's and B's and I's and stuff, and I have to like quickly remember where to put the. It's like, wait, is that an L or a T?
Yeah, we had to do cursive for
Yeah.
like 1 year and then everything switched to digital.
That reminds me, one art teacher in high school, she was gonna take a class to learn typing. Back then they were using like word processors and typewriters and stuff. And she went to her guidance counselor, and they were like, "Oh, don't worry, you don't need to learn how to type. You know, by the time you're working, you're gonna have a secretary, and they'll do it all for you."
Oh my god.
So she doesn't know how to like touch type in the age of computers.
Not many people do. It's surprising that touch typing isn't taught
Yeah.
like across the board.
It really should be. Cursive is good for certain letters. My writing is a mixed match. Yeah, totally. I find whenever I do like printing now, I do some letters in cursive because it's easier.
Because of the way that my brain works, the E and the U feel like they're the exact same. They're like the exact same finger movement, but on different hands for me. Well, I guess they're not the same. They're like really similar. Basically, what I'm saying is every time I try to type Miku, I type Mike.
Might.
The same thing happens for me and Mai. I just switch them constantly.
Sometimes you're like talking like a pirate.
Yeah, it's true. Mike Hatsune. Hatsune Mike.
Most kids already learn how to type at home these days. Yeah.
Yeah, but some kids don't learn how to. Some kids don't have access to a computer. Like education should be the great equalizer, should it not?
Heck yeah.
Like some kids, a lot of people just have phones. They don't have a laptop or a computer or like a desktop. Like they might not actually have that outside of like school and libraries. Like phones are ubiquitous because you need them to exist kind of in society if you don't have a computer, but like computers aren't ubiquitous.
That's true.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have money. It's really easy to get a phone if you have like lower income because you can get a free phone plan. Or like a free phone with a phone plan,
Yeah.
which can be doable for even like some like homeless people. But it's really important, a phone is like really like a very important thing. Kids that don't have access to a computer go in the poor people garbage. Yeah, basically. But no, like you should teach everyone to type because it's such a useful skill. And it makes doing all your essays and stuff way easier.
Exactly.
It is really frustrating, like, how that kind of stuff works, right? Because there used to always be this thing where it's like teens that get more sleep do better in school, and you're like, well, yeah, that makes sense. Teens just get more sleep, and the thing is, the teens who get to sleep more are the teens with privilege.
Yeah, exactly.
Like other privileges, like they don't have to have a second job or like they don't have to worry about like food and stuff and all that other like insecurities.
Well, that's like
Gotta go because I have a job. Have fun.
that's like homework too. Like
Yeah.
homework just punishes kids who have to like who have
Hard
insecure
home
homes.
lives.
Yeah. Or like they have to work, or they're not getting help from their parents, or
Yeah.
worse situations.
Yep. Yep. 100. Keeping it 100. Yeah, and it sucks if you're a student with like who can't pay attention at home and self-regulate.
Oh yeah.
Also things like insomnia. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Well, that would be privilege too. Like not having a sleep disorder is definitely a privilege.
Exactly.
Like
100%.
gotta hope cut down a broken tree branch. Have fun. Hello, Dionysia.
Hello. Welcome.
Oh, more magpie? It's true, we working on the magpie. I'm really scared for taking my AP English test in a couple of years since they're gonna ask us to write handwritten essay in 40 minutes.
Oof.
Jegus Louigus. I got incredibly lucky and got 2 sleep disorders. Ugh.
Oh, that's fun. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, space.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that before. Oof.
I didn't want to see my naming recoils in horror. Listen. Listen, I have difficulty speaking. I did terrible in school, guys. I could not pay attention. I just didn't care to be there, quite honestly. I think I get really annoyed when people, okay, this is like a stupid annoyance, but I hate when people compliment me for showing up to things because they'll be like, well, you did show up and that's great and you clearly wanted to do the thing if you showed up. And you're like, I'm like, no, I have like a chronic like fear of like disappointing people by not showing up and getting yelled at or something. Like I'm never absent, and it's like a really bad thing for me because I was always the kid who would like show up to school like horribly sick and get everyone else sick because I didn't want to be absent and miss school and like get behind on things. Even though I was always behind on things, it didn't matter if I showed up to school or not. Like, but yeah, I have a huge problem of like letting myself take a break, and God forbid it be a mental health break. I didn't even know those were a thing until like Ursula was in my life.
That was one nice thing. My dad would always let me and my brother take like mental health days if we needed it.
I couldn't even believe it. Like I can't even imagine being like, Dad, I'm sad. I don't want to go to school.
Yeah. Like I'm really stressed. And he's like, okay. My dad
they'd be like, just do your work then.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my dad was very understanding about that stuff because he hated school.
Yeah.
And he was homeschooled after he had a terrible time.
I'm lucky. I've always been good at school, but I would write on the side all the time. Like I would be taking notes on the left and writing stories on the right. That was me in movie class. That was me in most classes. What I struggled with was homework. Like I just couldn't, like once I was outside of the classroom, I couldn't get myself to care. And like I can't self-regulate on that stuff. And I still can't. Like that's why I'm terrible at NaNoWriMo, but I try all the time because I get pretty far and then give up. But like that was me with like English projects, and so like I'm bored. I don't want to do this anymore. Meanwhile, like test taking, I was amazing at test taking. Like I could get 100% on a test pretty easily, and I was like, why can't school just be all exams and tests, and then I would do great? Because like
people with testing anxiety are
yeah.
like, no.
Well, they can do it. They can do assignments, and I can do the tests. Because like I was great. I didn't even have to take notes half the time because I'm really good at like listening to things to learn. Yeah, you're like, no, I don't want to do tests. I can't handle tests. Exactly. But me, oh, I love tests. Tests were always so easy for me. Like I would get them done, bang, bang, boom, and then it's out. It's off my plate. And I think that's what I liked about test taking was it was just done. And I always got like, I would always be like close to failing a course, and then the exam would come, and I'd do well enough on the exam to like pass the class. My mom wasn't a fan of this method.
I wish I hadn't tried as hard in school.
Yeah.
Because I was like perfectionist, always try to like get extra marks and do the best on assignments. And I wish it caused me so much stress. I wish I hadn't cared.
Yeah.
Part of it was like I thought for a long time I was going to go to college, but I never did, so it didn't matter. I could have just passed with the average grade and would have been much happier for it.
Get up here. Get up here. And if you're going to art school, like, who cares, right?
Heck yeah.
Just go to community college. I was always perceived as failing because I never did homework until tests rolled around. Well, my thing, like, our school didn't, like, your grade would be dropped like 50% if you didn't do the homework
Yeah.
a lot of the time. And I would just get projects written off because I wouldn't do them. Because I'd get them done, and I'd get enough of a grade to get it not amount to like a 0%. The important thing is to get the thing done. Who cares about how you do it? Oh, if only I didn't care. I think that's also part of it, was like I'd just be so self-conscious. Something I'm working on, but I'd be so self-conscious of like my answers and like projects where I had to be creative. Like I'd way overthink it and then just get like paralyzed with the fear of doing it.
Oh, for sure.
And then I just sit there for days on end, just not moving my pencil, just staring at my page and suffering. I just was not good at school. I was happy to go to the workplace for a while and just have a job that needs to be done. You do the job and you leave. Good. I couldn't do a job with homework. God, no.
That is one of the struggles of working, because I work at like an office job where I work from home right now.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it's hard to like turn off work.
Yes.
Yeah. As Bones knows, because sometimes he's like, it's dinner.
Oh my
Get
God.
down here.
Yeah. Dinner's getting cold.
Yeah.
Honey.
But my work has been actively trying to get us to like take time away from work, because they're like
cushy tech
it's
job,
super
girl.
cushy, but they know happy
Ursula's
employees do better work.
Ursula's job be like, oh, you're gonna get you're gonna get Friday afternoons off for the next few months.
Weeks.
Weeks.
It's 1 month.
It's 1 month. Oh my God, 1 month of like Fridays off.
Yeah.
And don't forget to take your vacation days.
Yeah. Listen, they treat us well, and every business should treat their employees like this.
Yeah, it's true. Check out the McKay and Gray store for comics and more. Hot dog.
Wow. Thanks, Nightbot. You're doing what I'm doing what I love, trying to draw Miku. Are you Miku Hatsune or Katsune? I ask you this.
Tech people are poo-poo babies and they know it.
It's true. We're pampered little babies. And every other business should do the same for their employees.
I can do work if it's interesting, so I should be somewhat okay in college. Yeah. My dad was always like, you'll like college because you get to do what you want, but I don't think I would. I just get bored halfway through a semester.
Oh no, I have to draw kissing.
Oh, she has to draw kissing.
It's so hard.
Kissing. Never be the tech friend. Oh, she's not the tech friend. She just works in tech. She just draws.
Yeah, I just do illustration.
She illustrates
and
for
graphic
tech.
design.
It's okay, man.
Drawing
It's
keys
okay
is
to not be
difficult.
okay.
Yeah, man. She's like, no.
My whole family loves coding, but I'm the odd one out because I hate it. Well, that's good. If you like art, you can get in an art position.
Heck
Because
yeah.
if you know someone who's into coding, they'll probably know tech people. And if they know tech people, they might know a job opening in the graphics department.
Heck yeah.
That's how Ursula got in.
Yep.
I'm hopefully going into college, but I don't know. But now I'm so exhausted. Oh. Yeah, everyone sounds exhausted in college. I couldn't do it. I wish I could. That's the saddest part. That's the tragedy of my existence. My brother is a computer programmer for a job. He's thriving. I'm so jealous. Yeah. Heckin' STEM people.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. My brother is a game design major. My dad codes websites, and my mom is taking coding classing. And I'm over here like, I want to be comic, please.
Comic sculptor.
It's not college that makes me exhausted. It's you that makes me exhausted, June. Chorals. If I could be a pretentious game concept artist who insists on doing all their work in watercolor and never touching digital mediums, I would 100%. You sure you want to be in games? Did you know that games are digital?
They're gonna say, did you know games are bad?
I mean, video games are bad. This is not a gamer stream, as we said. This
Yeah.
is the weeb stream.
This is the weeb stream.
No muns for those kind of schools. Yeah, it's true. Drawing hands so hard. Hands are not hard. It's just 5 sausages.
See what you do?
They're just like turkeys, right?
Yeah, I was gonna
They're
say
little
you draw
turkeys.
a turkey.
They're
and then-
turkeys with flesh feathers.
And then you erase the feathers and the beak and the eye. And you just like make a stick come out the bottom. And there you go, you got a hand.
Did it. Cuphead was mostly hand drawn. You're gonna make Cuphead? Cool. Let's be real, you're gonna hand draw mobile games.
I'd be down for a hand drawn mobile
Hell
game.
yeah.
That sounds cool.
Yeah. Loot boxes.
Dang it. But they're beautiful loot boxes.
Hand drawn loot boxes. The sausages move individually. Instead of fingers. Well, I mean, not all of them. They're just sausages attached to some strings. They're string goo. Did you ever make those like movable hands in school where you did the tendons?
No.
What? You would trace your hand
Uh-huh.
and then you cut it out in cardboard and then you put strings and like little like routes for it. You'd attach to each finger and then you could pull the strings and make it do the hand thing.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool. I wish my teachers gave us cool assignments. I just had to make a Rube Goldberg machine every freaking year and I hated it.
Oh my god, that sounds terrible. I never had to do that.
Oh god, you're so lucky. I hated those things. Every year. They're
Oh my
like,
god, we always had to do science fair, which I sucked at.
oh yeah.
They're like, make a car, and I'm like, I'm a child.
100%.
As an adult, I learned how to do science fairs a lot better because you do a project, you fail at it, and then you write down how you failed, and the teacher gives you an A+. You're like, it failed. Here are some ways that we could have improved.
Exactly.
Yeah. I got a whole spiel about the science fair, but it's too convoluted for stream. Oh no. We were too poor to have a science fair. We don't have science fairs in the UK. Okay, we didn't either. It was weird, okay? Like, it wouldn't be like you come up with your own project. It was always like something stupid. Like, everyone has to make an airplane, or everyone has to make a car, or everyone has to make an egg protector. I want my eggs to be broken, god damn it.
Wait, they chose it for you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It'd be like a contest where everyone had to like make things. It was part of some sort of like engineering thing, I think.
Oh.
And it would be like, make a car, and you just have a motor to do it. And I just couldn't figure it out. And they would show you how to do it. I'd be like, that doesn't work. Then there was me in Girl Scouts learning to do drywall.
But that is such a good thing to learn.
I won the egg drop challenge. Someone put their egg in a tin can and filled it with jello, and the egg survived.
Ingenuity. Oh my god. See, I like the idea of you, Bones, going around and smashing people's eggs to like sabotage the competition.
You could have become a character in a Gravity Falls. What? I could have. I don't know what that means.
I don't
I don't know
understand.
anything about gravity.
I've never heard of her.
Oops. Just thinking about my kitten right now.
She's so
I
cute.
love her.
When they snuggle her forever. She screamed at me the whole car ride home. Except when she fell asleep for a bit. then
Her
she
and
woke up
Lear were
screamed more.
screaming at each other through the door. Lear really wants to befriend this kitten, I think.
Yes,
I expected him to be upset,
I know.
but I guess it's because it's a kitten. It's a
Yeah.
lot less offensive.
True than another full-grown cat.
Yeah.
Lear's also like really, well, he's nervous around people when they're new. I guess we've never really put him around other cats.
Yeah. Well,
Besides Amalthea, but they grew up together.
oh, right. Remember when they had our friend brought over their kitten, and our kittens were cool, but their kitten was terrified?
You're right. I forgot we did that. We had kitten club.
Yeah.
And our cats don't freak out when other cats come to the door.
That's true. If there's a cat sitting in the window, they don't freak out. They just look at it like,
yeah.
whoa,
They don't go hissing.
it's a wild cat.
You look like me.
Is this a reflection? Do I look like that?
Oh god, my cat screams if she's in the car. Not a good sign for my 6-hour drive to college. Oh no.
What'll happen is she'll go hoarse, and then I'll be like, eventually.
Yeah. I also, when I was bringing the kitten home, she was crying, so I put my hand in the carrier while I was driving to just have something for her to snuggle, and she bit me. She was like, no.
She's like, what is this? I'm waiting for her to pass out to cut her nails.
Yeah, she's got little
Jeez.
dagger nails.
She's got the little baby dagger nails. And you also gotta teach them young to get their nails clipped.
Yep.
It's such a good little trick.
It's amazing. It pays
Don't
off.
declaw your cats. Side note.
Exactly.
It's
don't
cruel.
declaw. Just trim their nails or give them the little nail polish.
Trim their nails
Protectors.
is way easier. Because if you have a, unless it's there's certain reasons to use the nail caps, but if you can put nail caps on your cat, you can probably just trim them, because trimming cat nails is so easy compared to dogs.
Oh, true.
I love meow evolution in cats. They start with a mew, and then it's only upgrades to a full-on meow. I love when cats howl, dude. Lear does have a little angelic one that he does. That's
You expect him to have a deeper meow, but it's
yeah.
it's
And then
angelic.
Amalthea has a
Yes, she's
sounds
got
like she smokes.
she's got such a creaky voice.
I mean, she grew up in a smoker house, so it's not surprising. My writer and I were the only two people to get our water balloons back to campus after a trip, and we got cupcakes as a result.
I love it. All Angie all the time.
Angie cat. Meh. I love cats.
They're so good.
I love dogs, but they're high maintenance. Oh my god, I found the weirdest thing that I'm really into right now. Okay, what I'm into right now. Okay. For one, I like to look at things that upset me. Okay? Or just upsetting weird things. But I also like looking at people upset at mundane things and being like, what? What? So I found a Reddit that's called Dog Free. And it's dedicated to people who just hate dogs. It's basically it. Their personality trait, the personality trait that you need to have in order to be in this group is you don't like dogs, you never want to have them. And it starts okay, where you're just okay, you know what? There are some bad owners in the world, and there are some bad doggos because of that. And people have bad experiences with dogs where they get bit, or pets are killed by a dog. I understand why people would dislike a dog, but they take it really far. And there's a whole rant about how insulting it is to compare rats to dogs when rats are far more intelligent and clean and less smelly. And I'm like, what rats are you hanging out with? Rats are intelligent, don't get me wrong, but dogs have a unique social intelligence with humans. They also were talking about how rats can save people's lives by sniffing out landmines, which I know is a thing,
Yeah.
and they can also smell certain diseases. But dogs can do that. Dogs can sniff out bombs. They can also stop, like, they can also tell when a seizure is gonna happen. Service dogs are a thing. Like, like, I don't even know. Like, what? It's wild to me. Oh my god. I've watched both rats and dogs eat poop. I've watched both dogs and rats eat poop. Okay, yeah, no, they do. They do. Sometimes pets have bad temperaments due to something. Sometimes owners just can't angry the pet. Like, yeah. Okay, what I think is justified is when people don't obey leash laws, because that's really dangerous for everyone involved. And people who leave dog poop on the road. Like,
Yeah.
those are two crappy things to do. But they were like complaining about how they don't think dogs should poop in public at all, and how rude they think it is if you let your dog poop publicly, because you're gonna leave poop smears on the grass. And I'm like, do wild animals not exist? Like,
How
you
dare
are
you,
aware that there are squirrels pooping all over your yard, right? And
There's rabbits and squirrels and chipmunks.
Yeah.
And voles, mice.
Yeah, there's poop everywhere. Like, chill. Chill out. Oh my god, it's wild. And they'll talk about like how dirty dogs are compared to cats. There's just so many like fights that are going on. And I am fascinated by this. This is just something I'm very interested in. It keeps me entertained. There's also like groups that hate cats, but they're far less common and they're much more silly. Because like cat haters are like, cats are so vicious. Like, why do dogs get put down when cats don't for attacking things? And you're like, it's a cat. It can't do that much damage. It's just a cat. Like I don't know, man. When my dog gets dirty, he was so proud of it. Oh my god, it's so great. Gotta mop the grass because the dog pooped on it.
Exactly. Also, Astrar, congrats on sketching out your comic. That's awesome.
And listen, I don't like outdoor cats either, but I'm a cat person. I like cats. Oh, what was the one that we were reading? Oh, then there was like one that was like absolutely no pets. They were like pet free. It was a pet free subreddit. And oh my god, these people. What was it? Oh, they were talking about Am I the A-hole posts where people break up because one partner has a pet and the other one can't stand it or has an allergy. And they're like, how selfish. And like, if you choose your dog over your partner, you never truly loved them. And I'm like, excuse me?
Oh.
Like, that's
terrible.
And like, that's so silly. Like, because sometimes you have to make a compromise, and sometimes it's just a compromise you can't make. It doesn't mean you didn't love the person. Like, if you were dating someone and they were like, we can be together, but like, X hobby is really important to me, and you can't handle that hobby, like, it's understandable to break up. That doesn't mean like anything was fake. Like, chill, it's okay. To me, pet-free life is a sad life, man. Yeah, right? And it's even wilder when these, like, pet-free people are also child-free, and I'm just like, what do you do? What do you do with your life? Like, I don't care. Like, it's fine. Like, you don't have to have pets.
Isn't there also on the dog-free or pet-free, they hate child-free people who get, like, a pet?
Yes, they do. They hate child-free people who get pets because they're like, if you were just gonna get a pet anyway, why didn't you get a child? At least it's fulfilling. And you're like, you can't keep a child in a cage when you leave the house. You have to get childcare for it. Dog, you can leave for a couple hours, come back, have a dog friend. Like, what?
It's such a weird little corner of the internet.
Dogs are mighty big and can hurt really bad. Cats are like getting attacked by a sharp soccer ball, right? It's like small dogs don't get put down a lot either because they can't kill people. Like, that's the answer.
Yeah.
The answer is that the dogs that get put down due to aggression could seriously hurt someone. They say it's a surrogate. I can't imagine the mindset of someone who decides to join a subreddit based on something they don't do. Literally, it's so weird to me, but I love it. I'm fascinated by it. I'm like I don't understand. I just don't understand. Like, at least as far as hate subs go, they aren't like targeting specific people for the most part.
That's good.
Because they just generally hate all people who own dogs. And I'm like, that's a miserable existence, but at least you don't like hate like all trans people and are trying to like run trans people off the platform. You just see someone post a cat or a dog and you're like, ugh, society needs to get over this.
So I'm okay. Yeah. It's like,
I don't like it. It just fascinates me.
Yeah.
Like, I try to put myself in the shoes of someone who is so upset about people owning dogs that they need to have a community where you do that. Like, I don't get it. Like, at least, like, child-free people are looking for other child-free people to hang out with. Maybe. I don't like child-free people either. Not like people who are child-free, but people who, like, join child-free groups and stuff to complain about people with children. But if you're just, like, looking for other people your age who don't have kids who live similar lifestyles to you, like, I get it, kind of, but I also don't. It's like, if you like knitting and you hang out in a knitting group and everyone has kids but you, like, unless they're pressuring you, like
I understand.
because I have friends with kids and sometimes it's like, oh man, I don't really want to hang out with kids right now, but like, whatever, they have kids. Like,
Yeah.
like, it's fine. What's worse is like people who are like child free but they have their own kids in a way where they just hate everyone else's children.
Wait, really?
Oh, we know people like this
Oh.
who will just like, they have their kid and their kid is perfect and all of their kids are terrible. But also their kid isn't always perfect in their opinion either. But it's I don't get it. It's wild. Oh my god, there's so much being said. For someone who doesn't want to have pets, they sure dedicate a lot of time to pets, even if it's just hating. It's for real. Kids are expensive. They might become a murderer. And that's my responsibility. Literally. Well, like, another thing, they were like, why would you want a dog? At least kids grow up and take care of themselves. You're just like, but they stop being all cuddly and small. Dogs
Yeah.
remain the small thing that you cuddle forever. You get most of the good parts. And it's also like a companion. You know?
Yeah.
It's always sad, Andy. It's sad. It's one thing to want similar people around you, but actively disliking people who aren't like you is super whack. For real. I think what happens is in these groups, like, here's my assessment of probably what happens, because I love looking at these different kinds of groups for like anything where it's just like, why do you hate this thing? Like, why does it happen? And I think what happens is that, say you're the person in the knitting group and everyone in your life has kids and you're really frustrated and you want to vent, but everyone in your life has kids. So you meet someone else who also is annoyed that everyone's pushing them to have kids. And that's fine when it starts. You complain about that, but that's how your relationship starts. That's how the group starts. And you need to go somewhere from there. And like as the group continues, it gets progressively meaner and more nitpicky because you're looking for more things to be upset at because that's how your friendship has formed. Like that's what it's on top of. So you continue looking for things to complain and get mad at because that's how you're interacting, you know? Does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah. Like that's what I find in these groups. Like they start kind of earnest with like real complaints, but then they run out of real complaints. There's only so many times you can complain about the same thing until you start being like really nitpicky. And then some of the worst people show up and it just like continues to spin out of control.
Yeah.
Raising a human being who will become a member of society is so much pressure. I don't have to worry about teaching Clark language or social skills, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper. Yeah,
It's because like
it's like a lot of not like other girls. They take the annoying push to be feminine and turn it into being sexist. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is how the Pinewood Book Club was created, literally.
Because I understand, like, a lot of people, like, feeling upset about some child-free stuff where they're like, if your whole family is pressuring you to have kids and you have zero interest, like, I can see being really resentful of it, but...
I think another aspect of it, like, because some child-free people are also pretty environmentally conscious, and I think it's a lot easier to get mad at your friend who has a bunch of kids than it is to get mad at the existential threat of climate change.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to be like, oh my god, my friend has these kids and they're so annoying and she really shouldn't have had kids, as opposed to dealing with like these existential threats that like our human monkey brains are not meant to comprehend, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when you're mad at a bunch of stuff in your life and then you snap because like eggs are broken. You're like, oh, it's that you ran out of glue on purpose. That energy that you bring to something. I find that I feel like that's like an element to like toxic communities.
True.
Like that.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah. You're like, the world is really crap right now. Like, no cap. It really sucks. Like, you're living in Pinewood, like, what is there to do other than complain about something tangible and small and insignificant?
Totally.
Yeah. I feel like there's a difference between a fellow childless adult and adults who hate children club. Like, one is focused on friends and the other is focused on hating people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the problem. If you go into the group looking for someone to complain with, that becomes your dynamic. And in order to grow that, the complaints need to grow.
Yeah. But if you're just starting a knitting group with people you've met who are childless, then you'll probably just talk about knitting.
Also, if you want to meet okay, I think the silliest thing about this is like, just meet people with similar lifestyles and interests as you, and you'll probably meet more child-free people in general, or at least people who can balance the lifestyles. It just sounds like a lot of these people, these people, like a lot of like child-free people might have had friends that they've had for a long time, and their life is tending towards having a family and kids and whatever, or like their siblings are, and then they're kind of losing out on a social circle because they feel like an outsider, right? Because they don't have kids and they want to do different things. And I think part of the problem is like they need to find like a new social group, and it's easier to be just like upset And it's like there's like some understandable level of upset
Oh yeah,
because like when your friends get kids and stuff, it does occupy a lot of their time,
totally.
and it can get annoying because it is a big change. But you know, you're an adult. You know,
Yeah.
you're not a puppy dog who's not getting attention and requires it, or a sibling. You know, like. You're an adult. Like, if your friends can't hang out, get more friends who like to do things with you.
Totally. This is a Pinewood Club apologist.
Pinewood
Oh,
Club apologist. No, I'm not. I don't
No.
apologize for Pinewood Club. I understand them. I don't. Just because you understand something doesn't mean you're okay with it.
Oh, totally. You can. I know where you're coming from, but you're doing bad things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love kids. I have no interest in having one of my own, so I'm dead set on being the best auntie ever. That's cool.
Aw, that's lovely.
I love kids at the same time. I don't think I want one of my own. I'd rather adopt one. I'd adopt if I didn't have a mental health record. I don't think adoption's easy for crazy people. As someone who's adopted, you should definitely look into adoption and fostering. A lot of kids need homes. Yeah,
100%.
fostering's really cool and stuff. But I also like adoption should be for people who want to adopt and isn't the burden of people with infertility.
Yeah.
The burden or whatever. It's just silly.
Yeah. Yeah.
People, because like people like accuse like. I guess it's just because like I have a lot of friends in the LGBT space, and a lot of them will adopt, and that's cool. But a lot of them will want to do like surrogates and stuff, and they get so much more hate than like the average cis het couple that also didn't adopt, but like you don't get mad at them because they did it quote unquote naturally, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like if you're gonna put that much effort into a kid, you might as well adopt. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I could never foster because I wouldn't know where they'd go after my home.
If I could, I'd adopt all of them. Aw.
See, like I think like adoptive parents are lovely.
Yes.
I worry like sometimes about like because if you're set on like having your own like biological as opposed to the synthetic adopted child, but like if you're set on like having a genetically related kid, and then you go into adoption after the fact, like sometimes you end up being kind of crappy to the adopted kid because of unsolved issues around it.
Mm.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
It is.
Puppies are easy. That's why puppies are great. That's my thing. Synthetic. I'm sent. Oh my god. It's always what I think.
Yeah.
Biological children.
Biological. But my brain was like, there's synthetic children and organic children.
Organic.
Oh,
I like my child non-GMO.
oh no.
It's funny.
But
Yeah.
adopting is lovely.
I love kids, but I'm too unhealthy to be a bio mother. And I'm 100% okay with that. But thinking about adopting a kid that might worry about my health, I could not. Aw.
Aw.
I was about to make the GMO joke.
We stole it.
Gluten-free. Organic gluten-free children.
Grain-fed.
Grain-free. Grass-fed.
Sorry, grass-fed, you're right.
Oh, it's funny.
Man, I want to go snuggle our kitten. She's so cute.
Oh, I forgot we have a kitten.
No.
Ugh.
I was like, the whole time before getting the kitten, I was like, I had my doubts. I was like, maybe we shouldn't get one.
You always are like this.
Worries. And then as soon as I saw her, I was like, I'm in love. I will protect you. You are in my heart.
You're my daughter.
You're my daughter.
I gotta remember to take pictures of her because I didn't do that enough when the other cats were kittens.
Pictures every day.
Exactly. I should tweet about her. I'm doing it.
Tell the world about Katsune Miku.
My tweet didn't send.
Dang it.
Your tweet didn't send.
No.
Your tweet didn't send.
They're trying to hurt us.
What the heck? It won't send.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not allowed to post Katsune Miku on Twitter.
It's the cat-free people. They
The
finally
cat-free subreddit got to me.
they got to Twitter. No more cat pics.
Pet-free is gonna cancel me.
Aw, thanks, Nightbot. The critique stream is next weekend.
It do be.
So, by the by, if you are one of our patrons, you should be getting your long form submissions in right now before we notice.
Yeah, exactly. Before we notice.
Because they were 2 at 2 an hour and a half ago. But yeah, but also if you want to have your illustration or design stuff critiqued.
Okay, Twitter just refuses
I
to
know.
send. I'm sorry. I guess I could do it on Insta.
Mike Katsune.
Mike Katsune.
My country's a mess right now. I'm glad I can vibe here and listen to y'all talk about Katsune Miku.
Our country's also a mess.
Yeah. Man.
I love her little dribble.
I know, she's got like a little black spot under her chin. She's so cute. Twitter's been on and off today. Oh dear.
Good.
Good. Protect us.
The less time I spend on Twitter, the happier I am.
Honestly, yeah. I still have Twitter on my phone, but I hid it off of the home screen.
Yeah.
So I have to really work to find it. I can't just mindlessly click it open. And I've been a lot less anxious. It's nice. Sometimes I feel like I'm behind on things because I miss all the memes and breaking news from Twitter, but yeah. I just go on when I want to.
My dad's making a catio. Oh my god, we want to do that too.
Yes. We've got a back.
Whose country isn't a mess?
Who's got the good country?
Yeah, who lucked out in the country lottery?
But yeah, we've got a back patio that's got a roof over it. So you're thinking of putting mesh kind of around everything so the cats can just sit on the back porch.
Yeah. I deleted my Twitter that I just never used in the first place. I never experienced social media anxiety. It's lucky. So far, Insta isn't so bad because all I follow on Insta is cats. And I just get pictures of cats. And I post pictures of my own cats.
That's wholesome. I've been looking at Artful, which is the new artist app. It's a lot like Instagram, but it's more focused at artists. I'm curious about it because I like how it looks. I'm just worried it's going to be people are going to try it for a month and then not use it. So
Hackers.
I don't want to be the first person on the app. I want to be the third person on it, you know?
100%.
You can't get Artful to work? Yeah, I've heard people have had glitches with it.
I'm on TikTok now. That's my new thing. I don't post. I just look at people's videos of cats.
Heck yeah.
There's a theme. Actually, I look at people's mice on TikTok. Oh god.
Ah?
I didn't mean. I thought I had my volume off.
Oh. Stop. Turn
Turning
it
it
off.
off.
Thank you.
I was turning the volume down. I can't open my phone. It's already open. Like I'm dealing with it.
It's supposed to be more community focused and not about analytics. Yeah, I've heard that. Like they have some things like the timeline's always going to be chronologic and yeah, it's not going to use like an algorithm that'll put like popular people to the top. They're trying to make it more equal. So I'm curious about how Artful will do that. Artful is great. There's only a couple devs working on it out of pocket. So it's not fully fleshed out as they want it to be now. Okay, I'll look into it. I have it on my phone. I haven't set it up yet, but it sounds fun. I like the idea. I like the look of it too. So yeah.
Yeah.
And they do have a Patreon where you can support them, so I may look into that as well, if I like it. I'm gonna try Artful. Some people I can follow.
Ursula, you gotta follow Ursula on Artful.
I don't have an account yet.
You will.
Just wait. Just wait like a day and I'll get to it. Oh, you can join our Discord if you want to talk to artists.
That's true. Thanks, Nightbot. You're so much better than that old mod. What was their name?
I don't know.
Charby. Stupid.
I've been waiting for Waterfall to make a better version of their app for ages. Oh heck, what's Waterfall? Never heard of it, but I'm downloading it now. See, I saw Artful pop up twice on Twitter, like 2 artists I like. One was like, I got a Artful account. Someone else was like, I got an Artful account. And I was like, okay. Okay, some big names are going there. Maybe more people will follow. Welcome to Charby's.
Did we ever tell you guys about our new mice?
Oh yeah, we got little. Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We talked about it last
Deja
time.
vu.
Okay.
Their name is Potato and Hash Brown.
Oh yeah.
I don't know which one's which.
We'll figure it out. Potato is short for potato wedges.
Yes.
Do you remember that comic page with Lil and Aaron you posted on Twitter? I still think about it sometimes. That makes me so happy. See, I gotta make the Avo manga.
Avo manga, let's go. Let's go.
Waterfall.social is their Tumblr.
Tumblr is functional.
Oh, Tumblr. Oh, I see. Oh, that could be cool. It's functional? No, Waterfall is.
Potato mice, that's adorable.
They're cute.
They're pretty shy though, compared to
Yeah.
our other mice.
Yeah, I don't think they were handled a lot by the breeder.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting bolder. They're coming out more.
Yeah, but not when you're near them.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah, eventually I'll have to clean their cages, and then you'll have to hang out with them.
Mm.
They'll be
You
terrified.
can be my bros. I know. I just follow comic artists and my feed is comics and cute things and cake recipes. See, the thing is, like, sometimes I want to get back into Tumblr, but I'd have to, like, purge my follows and refollow new things. That's a lot of work. You know? I'm the kind of gal who can only handle one social media at a time. Which is why I have an Instagram, but I never update it. I should get, like, Hootsuite or something. Something that'll just auto-update everything.
Then you don't even have to touch social media.
Exactly.
I have a writing blog, and I have 5 whole mutuals.
Oh, heck.
Ooh,
Powerful.
mutuals are cool.
They are. Mutuals are, like, the best thing about social media. It's having friends on social media.
Having friends is nice.
Yeah.
What's it like? Haven't had one in a while. It's just me and Chorby.
Torby. Now you have Miku. That's all you need.
Miku and Chorby.
If you tag something DNI, it won't let anyone interact with your post. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Yeah, I like when they have like better privacy settings. Like Twitter kind of is getting better with that. With you can control who replies, but it's still got a long way to go. Twitter is a hell site,
Yeah.
just to its core, so it's hard to fix that. But
I
they're
know how to
trying.
fix it. Delete it. End it.
End it.
We're gonna meet each other one day.
I met an artist who became one of my best friends on DeviantArt. Oh my god, the DeviantArt days. I know it's still around, but like, man.
My friends Miku and Charby sounds like a crap anime. It does. It sounds like a dub version.
Yes. If I make a typo, I don't have to delete the tag and type it over again. Oh, that's nice. That's also good. Twitter doesn't let you edit tweets, right?
Yeah.
Ugh,
It doesn't.
annoying. See, Waterfall does sound good.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Clad.
Hello.
How you doing? When is the next Patreon hangout?
Is it?
This Tuesday.
Okay, Tuesday.
Right.
Not the mod Tuesday. The day Tuesday.
It's also spot cleaning for the boys.
Oh.
So I'll clean their wheels.
Yeah. Glad my beloved. Cloud and Charby.
Oh no.
What?
Things are always heated in pet communities. I just chill.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry.
The only reason I don't post on Waterfall is because I'm a big mobile user and can just not get into it without an app.
Oh, fair.
I have a hamster and he poops on his wheel and it's so annoying.
Oh.
Yeah. Did I miss Katsune? You did.
You did.
And you'll have to go back.
To rewind to the beginning. I think Katsune showed up like
Very early.
15 minutes in, 10 minutes in, around there.
She's small and cute and she's my daughter.
She's baby. Should go back and get her.
And I don't want to stress her out more.
Okay, fair. She's so brave, though.
I'm getting Sims 4 ads.
Are you? Or she owns Sims 4. I get so annoyed when I get ads for things I've already bought. I'm like, you won me.
Yeah, but Sims 4 has a million things to buy.
Oh, true.
Bunk beds are here after how many years? God damn.
That's true. No bunk beds.
There's so many like simple things that they haven't added.
I know.
Like that took them so long to add to this expensive ass game.
I didn't understand how they didn't have toddlers
Yeah.
for the beginning of The Sims 4.
What even?
How? It makes me sad because I remember with Sims 2, which is already like a super detailed game, apparently there was like a fire in the server room when they were making it, so they lost a bunch of like functionality in it.
Wow.
So then they only released like part of what they had initially intended. And Sims 2 had way more than Sims 4.
Oh my god.
Sims 2 is a great game.
Sims
No
4 makes me
pools.
feel empty inside after playing for 4 hours.
I'll be real, I love playing Sims 4. I have a lot of fun with it, but
Yeah.
I complain.
She just likes to build.
I love building. That's the thing. Sims 4, amazing for building stuff.
All that CC.
I find the play mode isn't really fun without mods.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
What if I'm just a sim, huh? And nobody told me? Sometimes I feel like a sim.
Right?
I feel like ADHD is like being a sim with like a player, like getting bored that you're taking too long changing something.
I was thinking it's like ADHD is like when you're not playing as a sim and they don't know how to take care of themselves
Oh,
when they're like on auto mode and they just like get glasses of water out of the fridge and forget them.
I'm either on auto mode and they've tried to cancel out be on the couch, but it's glitched and I'm stuck on the couch forever.
Yes.
Or like I feel like I have like a docket of things that just make no sense and they weren't put in a good order and it keeps changing. I feel like a child is playing my sim game.
Just wait till they put you in the pool and then take the ladder out.
Literally. I explained it that way to my mom before.
Amazing.
Started building a neighborhood from scratch in Sims 2.
Oh dang, that sounds really fun.
I've been watching Sims 4 and it's sad that you have to mod it to get half the functionality of the other two games.
For real.
Yeah, and I feel bad for anyone who doesn't have it on like a moddable.
Yeah. Like if you have it on console, you can't use mods. Ugh.
Please just take the ladder from me.
Yeah, Artful is. I think someone mentioned it's from a small team, so they're doing their best, you know.
Yeah. They're doing their best.
We appreciate small teams who are trying to make good work happen.
That's true. We always have to support the small guys.
Exactly. I'm on Artful now, and I wish there was a way to scroll through posts in certain categories.
It's like when you complain about small companies having high shipping prices. Like, chill.
Yeah. It's like, sorry, we can't compete with Amazon.
Literally.
We don't have that power.
I'm sorry that I'm not getting your Etsy orders to the store. We're on lockdown.
Yeah.
No, stop! Sorry. Stop him. Stop him. You're not stopping. Stop him. Stop the monster. He's stuck. Sorry about shouting at your ears.
Scared me.
Oh my god, he started using the couch as a scratching post.
We gave you a scratching post beside the couch.
Well,
Use
maybe
it.
we should put it on that side? I don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know, because before he was scratching.
Well, I bought
over
him a
there.
new scratching post so he can use that. I'm so sorry for yelling in your ears. Maybe he's just feeling possessive because there's a new cat in the house. It's not it. He's
No. He doesn't care that there's a new cat. He wants to meet the new cat.
29, and my parents didn't teach me how to cope and didn't medicate me. So I usually have about 5 abandoned waters, 2 diet sodas, and shut up! Don't at me like this.
There was a girl I used to work with, and she just like, I don't know how it would happen, but just most days she'd end up with like 5 different drinks on her desk.
Oh my
She'd
God.
have like a coffee that she'd been drinking since the morning, and then like a water bottle, and then like a tea, and then someone would bring in like a snack, like a bunch of like fancy drinks, and she'd get one, and just by the end of the day, she's like, I'm so hydrated. They'd all be like half full.
I love it. Become witch. Exactly.
Yes.
That's how you fix your life. Miku Katsune has been posted to my Twitter. I can't believe I have not Twitter, sorry. My Insta. I still can't believe I have an Instagram. That just doesn't feel like something I should have. I don't like my Instagram because it kind of connects my Facebook to my like public persona a bit.
That's the problem I have too. I'm like
Like my public people and my personal people are mixing and I don't like it.
don't like that.
It's like I need like one of those like plates that separates the peas from the sauce. But for my socials.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get me.
I do. But unfortunately, to do that, we'd have to create new Instagram accounts, and I don't want to build up followers again.
That's true.
That's hard.
Well, mine was only, I used mine specifically to get people in my real life circles to know what I'm doing, because otherwise I'm like a mystery man.
True.
Because they're not on Twitter or YouTube. Man, you've been doing so much comics, Ursula.
Heck yeah.
Ursula would be like, I got new followers. No, why can't I just leave me alone?
Yes.
She never
Go away.
posts either. Does she? I actually don't know. Let me see.
I don't know. I was posting for a little bit on Twitter.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just went on your Instagram and saw. October 17th was the last time you posted to Insta.
Oh my god. Was it this past October or the one before?
This past October.
Okay.
October 2020.
Wow.
So you haven't posted this year. And before that, before October, it was October 10th, so you were doing some good in October seems to be when you decided to post a bunch. And before that, it was December 2019. You posted December 2019, and then October 2020, you were like, I'll do Instagram again, and then you stopped.
Okay, I'm getting a social media manager where I post to it and then it'll post everywhere. And I'll just make sure I get my art up.
I'm gonna post there.
Shut up.
You need to post your thumbnails because they're cute and they will direct people to YouTube, and then you don't feel self-conscious about your art.
That's true. I know. Like, I just need to get in the habit of just posting all things, not just waiting till I have like a really thing I'm proud of.
A really thing?
A really thing I'm proud of. I just need to post sketches and doodles and just do it. Hair Slow, what brush do you use? I use
A hairbrush. I use it too sometimes.
I use the Studio Pen, which is one of the default pens. The only custom pens, sorry, my voice is like buzzing. I use all the default stuff. Like, I usually use Studio Pen and the Jasinski ink for most stuff. The only custom ones I've done is I made a pixel brush for myself to do like pixel art, and I made like a thicker version of the Studio Pen that I use as an eraser.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds really intense.
It's not.
That sounds like a whole bunch of work. I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
I was being sarcastic.
Sorry.
There's some people have a lot of different brushes, and you're just like, default, let's go.
Default. Do it.
Basic girl over here.
Exactly. I'm basic. I think your mom gave me watercolor brushes that I don't think I ever used.
Yeah.
Oops.
Post anything and everything, like literally just snapshot of sketchbooks, because I think it's fun when other people do that.
Heck yeah. The thing is, I like it when other people do that. I like seeing process work and silly doodles. Like,
And you're constantly putting up process work on YouTube. It's not like people don't see your art.
I know.
More people see it on YouTube than your other platforms if you were to share to them.
I know. I just have such like anxiety
Wow.
about posting on social media.
Talk to your therapist about this.
Listen, one thing at a time.
I'm gonna talk to my therapist. Don't at me. don't slap back with that.
Okay. Wait.
What's your pressure curve? That sounds like a very personal question.
My pressure curve? Let's find out. Where do I find that taper? There. Those are my settings.
There, stare at them, judge at them.
Yes. Folks.
My bum hurts.
Oh no. Well,
I'm not kissing it.
you definitely are a pain in the butt.
Pain in your own butt. Yeah, Cloud, your drawings are cute. Social media is whack in general. Agreed. Alright, I think we're gonna wrap up. We did it.
He did it.
We were supposed to read Pretty Mouth, but Miku
Oh.
came first.
I forgot about that.
No, it's okay.
I don't know.
I'm taking a break from it.
Yeah. Alrighty.
I think soon I will get the money from the Kickstarter.
Oh heck.
I forget when it ended. I think it's like on around the 20th. I get the
Wait.
money.
You sent me a graphic design meme? Oh, it's because I'm logged in as Bones.
Oh, yeah. Get on my account. We'll see it later.
Okay.
Alright, guys. Love all of you. I'm gonna go cuddle my cat.
Okay, goodbye everyone. Thanks for joining. We'll see you on Thursday. Goodbye.